How did, spend all that kind of having trouble getting the stop on third down and come up with a couple digits?
Yeah. Well, in the first half, we didn't play well on defense. We played decent on offense, except for the fumble and the penalty. And then the second half, the defense, we challenged them at halftime, and they really stepped up. And I think they had 6 or 7 sacks, and of course, Jaguar made a huge play at the end of the game there that did it. But there's been a lot of times you play bad and you lose, and we're getting to be a better team that we can play not so good and win. And so now we got to tighten up some things and get better.
Coach, can you talk about Kyle? He went in, scored a touchdown, took a sack. Said he was going to switch in. He got 2 plays. Why didn't he play more?
Because the game was in the condition it was, and we went long series without the football in the second quarter. I had intended to put him in, and we had a package to go, but it just didn't seem like the game was going the way it needed to go.
What did you like from JJ tonight?
Well, he made some big throws, and we had opportunities to make 2 big plays. And I said this outside that when I came to this stadium, the lights are put in the wrong place for a passing team, and both receivers couldn't see the ball. And we should have had 2 9-yard or 98-yard completions, and JJ threw nice balls, and we couldn't find the ball. And we're eventually, I've already mentioned it, and it's on the docket to move the lights, and we got to be quite honest, they need to be moved.
Is that also indicative of the balance of the pass versus the run today? 31 passes, 27 rushes.
Yeah, well, whenever JJ has not played a lot and thrown the football a lot in what we do, and so kind of Zach is kind of doing a lot of the load for both Kyle and JJ, and once we get rolling, once the quarterback gets the niche, we make those plays, then it kind of changes how you call the game.
You mentioned the defense ratcheting it up a little in the second half. Did Coach Mason do some schematic changes, or was it simply?
Yes, I think he did, and then also I think the guys were challenged pretty good to make something happen, and we did do a few things differently.
Can you talk about Jared Davis' display? He had that essentially game-winning touchdown. He made some nice plays, pass breakups.
He had an interception, I think, too, didn't he? And he makes a lot of big plays, and I was glad to see him do it because we didn't get him. He didn't really get involved last week into making the big plays, and he did this week. And that's we need him to be that kind of player, and he's a really good football player and a great kid, and I'm hoping that just the start of more to come.
You were a bit surprised about seeing Marcus just continue to get people just
Unbelievable.
can't block.
The first kick, he came through on that one too and had a chance, and actually the kicker pulled it a little bit. It stayed inside the deal, but if he had kicked it right down the middle, I think he would have got that one too. The guy's amazing. I mean, he's just amazing.
Have you ever seen anybody with that kind of talent, that kind of knack, that quickness on the front line?
And the strength. He has an unbelievable hand-eye coordination too. A lot of guys can get through there, but he actually sees the ball and can move his hand to the ball, which, that's a gift,
Coach, can you talk about Derek Thompson and Keenan Coleman? They switch out. Keenan had that early fumble. Derek Thompson came in. Is there a position battle going on, and what do you think about each receiver?
I think each receiver has the potential to be really good players. We think they're both about equal.
Going back to JJ, you said I noticed that you did something different in the past. You were signaling in some calls to the quarterback. That's something different. Just to quarterback come to you. Was that again from him being running an offense, having the rep time?
Yeah, I think a little bit so, I said before the game that I wanted to do more of it just to try to give him a little bit more time up there. And, it went okay. I mean, he could hear me kind of talk, and I was saying the plays as they signaled, so he was kind of just reading my lips.
Still early in the season, Coach. Is there still things that you're tinkering with as far as the combination of players on the field at certain conditions and things such as that?
Like, you mean like?
On offense, were you seeing certain?
well,
I mean,
just
I know
the-
Zach Line's your workhorse.
Yeah.
But is there still some tinkering that you're doing?
Not consciously. I mean, we're Derek and Keenan. You know, we're kind of swapping series every two. But other than that, not really. You know, Bryce Tennyson played because Blake was hurt this week, but Zach had a pulled muscle, didn't practice all week, so I didn't know if he was going to be able to go this week. But after the first play, I thought he did pretty good.
Was there a few more blitzes? Was that part of the second half changes in that?
Actually, I thought we got pressure when we rushed three, and then we did blitz about the same amount, but we did, when we dropped off, we actually got pressure. I thought Marcus and Marquise and Taylor really got some pressure when they rushed three. And, you know, so from that standpoint, you know, I thought it was pretty healthy.